Let's jump right into this explainer, because today we're unpacking the extreme geographic realities of a town completely cut off from the rest of humanity. We're looking at a place that totally redefines what it means to be remote. We aren't just talking about a long road trip or a spot where your cell service gets a little spotty. We're talking about absolute, profound isolation. It really makes you wonder, right? How far would you actually go to escape the world? In our modern age, where we're constantly plugged in and reachable at a moment's notice, the idea of truly getting away from it all is a pretty common daydream. But imagine actually trying to travel to the single most disconnected place on Earth. How far and honestly, how hard would that journey actually be? What does it truly take to leave the rest of the planet behind? Well, getting there isn't exactly just buying a ticket and kicking back. The magic number you need to know is 7. Reaching this destination requires enduring a grueling 7-day journey on a boat departing from South Africa. Just let that sink in for a second. 7 full days on the open ocean just to reach a single town. There are literally 0 modern shortcuts here. First, you get to find your way down to South Africa. Then, you board a boat, and finally, you strap in and endure a week-long ocean transit. It really highlights just how brutal the trip is. There's no fast track, there's no luxury express route. You have to really, truly want to get there. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, why not just fly? Well, the answer is simple. 0 airports. While there might be a few places technically further away from other landmasses in pure straight-line distance, this island achieves ultimate isolation precisely because it has absolutely no airport. If you want to arrive, you are arriving by sea, braving the elements pretty much exactly as explorers did centuries ago. Section 1. Tristan da Cunha, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. So what is life actually like once you finally cross those 7 seas? Well, this highly remote village has a population of nearly 250 people. Just 250 individuals, and they live their entire lives with almost 0 contact with the outside world. Imagine knowing literally every single person in your entire world, all sharing this tiny speck of land surrounded by thousands of miles of unforgiving ocean. When we hear about a tiny, isolated group of humans living that far from civilization, our minds usually jump straight to certain conclusions, right? You'd probably expect this kind of extreme isolation to mean an untouched indigenous tribe. But the crazy, paradoxical reality is that these residents are actually British citizens. They aren't an uncontacted ancient culture at all. They are fully part of a modern nation. Section 2. A very British outpost, geography versus identity. Tristan da Cunha is officially a British overseas territory. Basically, this means it has a constitutional link to the United Kingdom, which formally governs the island. So this tiny, totally disconnected dot in the middle of the ocean is actually a formal outpost of the UK. Despite the staggering distance, the people of Edinburgh of the Seven Seas carry British passports and exist right under the umbrella of British sovereignty. Section 3. The ultimate catch. Why you cannot move there. Now, if you're an armchair traveler seeking a quiet, remote island and a tight-knit community, this might sound like the ultimate escape. But here is the harsh reality. Absolutely no outsiders allowed. The ultimate restriction that preserves their intense isolation is that nobody else is permitted to move there. And I mean nobody. Even if you are a fellow British citizen, you can't just pack your bags and relocate to Tristan da Cunha. The community is entirely closed off to new residents. Let's pull all of this together. As this explainer outlines, these core factors combine to create something entirely unique on our planet. We've got this fascinating and completely forbidding geography with 0 airports. We have a unique human settlement history tied to the British Crown, a daily life defined by an almost total lack of outside contact, and finally, those strict exclusionary residency rules. All of these elements explain exactly why humans settled there, how they survive today, and why the population remains perpetually locked in size at around 250 people. I want to leave you with this final thought today. Think about those 250 residents of Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, locked away on their island behind a grueling 7-day ocean voyage. In our hyper-connected world, does this ultimate geographic escape sound like an absolute dream or a total nightmare? Is it the ultimate luxury to be unreachable, or is it just a prison of geography? It's definitely something to think about.